Well, hi YouTubers, I'm back with the last book of the 60 books. So thanks everyone joining me on this journey. As a book project I'm launching straight after this one as well. Okay, so anyway, let me talk about the last book. Now, it's Holly Bourne, and it's her first ever adult book. She writes young adult fantasy and young adult books. She's an absolutely amazing writer. And here you go. I read this. Holly Bourne is a best-selling author. She's passionate about gender equality and mental health. How Do You Like Me Now is a debut adult novel. So Holly Bourne, How Do You Like Me Now? Now, interesting book, okay. Now, I liked it actually, but I am... Here you go. Let me just read the blurb. 10:30 is like playing musical chairs. The music stops and everyone just marries whoever they happen to be sitting on. Everyone wants to be Tori Bailey, a straight-talking, best-selling author she's inspired millions of women around the world with her self-help memoir and uplifting posts online. What's more, a perfect relationship with her long-term boyfriend is the envy of all their friends. But Tori isn't being honest. While everyone around is getting engaged and having babies, Tori's boyfriend will barely look at her. They don't talk about marriage. And when her best friend Dee unexpectedly falls in love, Tori's in danger of being left behind. Tori's built a career out of living her best life. But she's brave enough to admit it's not what she wants. Sorry. Okay, so, how do you like me now? Now, one thing I'm going to give this is Tori Bailey is an arsehole. She's an absolute arsehole. Now, from like this is how it opens. Okay, this is month one. Okay, so here you go. This is how it opens. Right, I look out on a sea of earnestness. They held on my every syllable. I look exactly how a successful woman should look. Groomed, plucked, highlighted, contoured, but in an obvious way. I look right out at them, at their anxious, eager faces, and I say, that's when I realised. I raised one threaded eyebrow, sitting there cross-legged in that fucking tent in Sidonia, chanting bollocks of a load of wankers wearing a rosary necklace for God's sake. That's when it hit me. I pause. Jordan stills. You could float a boat in expectation, filling the air. I was trying to find myself exactly how everyone else finds themselves. I say, I was having a nervous breakdown exactly how everyone else has a nervous breakdown. And I was healing myself how everyone else tries to heal themselves. And I said to myself, no more. Yeah, basically, now I'm sorry for swearing in this, but Tori swears throughout the entire book. She wrote a book called Who the Fuck Am I? Okay, so yes, and that was 6 years ago. She wrote this self-help book. Now she's a self-help guru, and now she's making an absolute fortune. Okay, telling people how to live their best lives when she's not living one herself. So she's an absolute arsehole and also a hypocrite. Okay, so but the thing is, she's at the point now where everyone in their life is turning 30. Okay, and she just basically wants to be in her 20s again. And she now the thing is, what now? A lot of my videos here, they're a place I go to events with my sister before they actually shut down London. People who are actually self-help gurus, okay, and talk about absolute bollocks. One of them, I was at Rituals, talking to like this beauty self-help guru, okay, whose idea of finding enlightenment and meditation was to sit with her legs up against the wall for like a couple of minutes a day, just doing that. You ever heard so much bollocks in your entire life? Okay, so good for you if that makes you fine. And do this motion, okay, of sitting with your legs up against a wall, okay. She made lots and lots of money by doing that. Now that's why I'm on Instagram, but I've never even posted anything on Instagram. It's just there. I'm not really into. I don't really follow, okay, enlightened people, okay, I don't like mystical kind of bollocks. Okay, I'm not really into that. I don't really go in for self-help gurus. I think they're all absolutely flawed and just telling you a lie. The Instagram life is not the real life, okay? So, if the Fire Fest taught you anything, okay? And it's like she's a feminist. Believes in equality, okay? This is an example, okay, right, of her hypocrisy. She's going to Jessica's wedding, okay? This is Jessica, okay? Right. There's a photo of Jessica and her bridesmaids preparing for tomorrow. Do you wear personalised matching dresses, gowns, and drink from champagne flutes? They're in a line with one hand on their hip and all their front legs bent to make them look thinner. I feel a stab of anger that Jess didn't ask me to be a bridesmaid. Combined with relief that I'd never have to wear a personalised dressing gown. This is like a post from Jessica Headley. Toasting my last night as a single girl, can't believe tomorrow I get to marry my best friend and become Mrs. Jessica Thornton. Here's some of the thoughts I have. You are a traitor for changing your surname. You have lots of weight for your wedding and are now either skinny or skinnier than me, and now I need to set my alarm early so I can work out tomorrow. If one more person tells me they're marrying their best friend, I will run out of vomit. Who is that girl, too, in the left? She's prettier and thinner than me, and I hate her. Maybe she click on her profile and look at every single photo of her private setting allows and torture myself with how pretty and thinner than me she is. Would I pick as my bridesmaid? No, Tori, you don't believe in marriage, remember? That's not quite true. Is it, Tori? It's Tom who doesn't believe in marriage. Well, that's not what he said. Not exactly. Just more than he seems very adamant about marrying you isn't a good idea. That's fine. You don't any of that archaic shit anyway. See what I mean? Okay? She's obsessed with other people. Other people living their best life, being happy. Okay? God forbid Jessica, but basically Tori hates women who have babies, women to get married. Those kind of things, okay? Not the fact, okay, that we have a choice, okay? Hey, guess what? My sister never bowed with her last name when she got married, okay? And her husband had no qualms with that. And their boys have a double barrel surname, okay? I know people who've kept their surnames, people who've changed it. It's all a choice. My sister, hold on, just my leg, okay? Okay, my sister changed her surname when she got married, okay? And that wasn't, that wasn't an issue, okay? It's a choice. Hey, feminists out there, isn't feminism about choices? We all have choices. There you go. But people who make the wrong choices according to Toy Bailey are in the wrong. Okay? And just obsession with people's weight. Basically, if you're skinny, you've got to be skinny and prettier. Okay? Not about living your best life and being true to yourself. Okay? Alright, this bit here. Okay? Right. Jessica does look pretty as she walks past our row. Gorgeous Simeo, her arms thin enough at the top to wear that strapless dress. She grins inanely like she's in a dream. She clutches her daffodils to her chest and smiles some more as she ends a decade of worrying that this moment will never happen to her. I smile as widely as I can as I pass, but she doesn't notice me, and I feel a small twinge of not being important today. Her wedding gown is tasteful and expensive and pure white. When she reaches Tom and Tom admires her in his "I can't believe how lucky I am" glory, like a sudden flash of Jessica when she was 27, I generally broke up with her and self-medicate with gin and casual sex for over a year. But she still wears white. Who needs a hymen when you could spend £2,000 on white lace? Jenny Pagham can metaphorically sew you back up again. See what I mean? Basically, a self-help guru helping live their best life and being true to themselves, but how dare a woman who has had sex in the past, okay, wear white, pure white to a wedding, okay? And if you can carry a pure white, good for you. I certainly can't, okay? And how dare she change it? Choices, yes, but and the thing is, Troy's in a relationship with Tom and she's not happy. They're basically not having sex. They're not happy in their relationship. And there was one real moment, okay, when there's also a sex scene. It is kind of graphic. And one thing I will give, actually, Holly Bourne some respect, is that she writes sex scenes, which is quite weird if you actually know her young adult stuff, okay, going to the actual adult stuff. In a way, okay, it isn't all sunshine and roses, okay, and the whole kind of Mills and Boone thing. It's quite uncomfortable to read. I mean, a little bit was like, wow, this is not cool compared to the rest of the book, okay? So I will give her some dues for that. I mean, that sex scene with Tom, okay, was actually wasn't a sex scene, if you will. It was all on Tom's side. It was quite uncomfortable to read. So I respect that from a writer's point of view that she actually would write that. Okay, so anyway, at this wedding, Jessica's wedding. Okay, another bit. Okay, once again, I'm going to quickly highlight. Okay, because Tori's friend is best friends. They're with her best friend D, and D is basically hooks up at the wedding with a guy called Nigel, and they get pregnant and move in together and start a new life. Okay, here you go. The best man does the joke about the prostitutes in Amsterdam and all the men from the stag cheer away. And I think about how many prostitutes in Amsterdam are actually illegally trafficked and repeatedly raped by their pimps. And I think allowed to bring that up at weddings. Then it's all over and the bad dancing starts. And I'm alone. And I'm drunker than I should be. And I'm starving. So starving. Okay? Now just like recording me, okay? Because obviously being a single girl at the wedding. I've been a single girl at the wedding. Okay? But the fact is, okay, Tori just resents people, okay, for moving on with their lives when hers is stuck, okay? And the fact is, as a self-help guru, she doesn't really practice what she preaches, okay? And she has this kind of mentality, okay, that everyone who becomes a mum is like lesser in her eyes, okay? Lesser if you have a child. You are, yeah, there you go. This bit here, this is page 126. This is when Dee, who's pregnant, is basically because she's like, Tori's 31 and she's working up with a pouch, okay? Because when you get to a certain age, okay, your flat stomach disappears and you get a pouch. I mean, I've got an expensive pouch. I've got a little kangaroo pouch for the Joey in it. So, here you go. And she sends a text to D, here you go. And a lot of stuff does it. This is text talk. Tori, I have a pouch. D, question marks. My stomach is growing itself a pouch. I'm so old now, I'm sort of a woman who needs jeans to cover their pouch. D, Tor, I love you, but please shut up. I've had a fucking pouch since I was 22. I went and checked the message from D. I can't tell she's joking or actually hates me. I read it over and over again, trying out different tones of voice in my head. Things between us have not been okay, as they could be. I can't pretend I'm not seen as a her since Nigel. We haven't gone drinking once since the wedding. She always asked me to do daytime things instead, like coffees and walks around the park and art galleries. I keep thinking we should try to be more sophisticated, she says, pretending something to do with wanting to spend every evening with Nigel. I always feel like I can't talk to her about Tom anymore. I feel defensive now she's all loved up, like she looked down on me or something. Here you go. But when she goes for Instagram followers, here you go, it's the thing. To my fuckers. I was 25 when I wrote Who the Fuck Am I? If you're not 25 anymore, here's my proof. I've introduced you to my pouch, my 30s pouch. I'm calling him Herman, and he's very pleased to meet you. I wasn't sure if I was a fan of Herman. Herman is a sign that my body is slowing down and chilling out. He isn't in his 20s anymore. Society may not approve of Herman. Fashion may not make Herman friendly clothing. But I love him because Herman tells me my 20s are over. Herman's a sign I've made it to the other side. The other side, what, turning 30? Okay, so the thing is, yeah, basically Tori does not like people being happy, okay, in themselves. Now, things I've also been here, okay, I've been to that point, okay, where my friends are settling down and are having their kids, and I've been on the receiving end, okay. Suddenly, okay, and yes, you do this, okay. If you're seeing this, okay, I have been looked down upon by the smug marrieds, okay, or smugs with kids, all right. And that's kind of inevitable, okay? It is like a power trip sometimes. It is an absolute power trip. And yeah, actually, that shit is really, really hurtful. I mean, some bits of this book actually just recorded me, okay? Because I don't have kids. And I have been made to feel lesser by not having kids. It's like when I was chatting about going to visit, and I think it was Poland, okay? A smug mummy said to me, oh, I'd love to travel, but I had kids, you know? Well, sorry? And that's my fault? So sorry, sorry about that. So here you go. But this is one, okay, because obviously young mums, okay, or first time mums speak to mums themselves. Here you go. And she's starting to mention, okay, Amy, who's a smug married, if you will. Here you go. She's been really great, Dee said, wiping away those memories, storing away in a lockbox somewhere now, hoping that Amy has changed because she needs to. I've had the worst morning sickness tour, and it's awful because you can't tell anyone why you're being so useless and exhausted. It kills me every time you ask me out for wine. Sit my subconsciously. The wine is all I have left. It's all I have over you now. The fact that I can drink wine. Yeah. So, this bit here. I can drink wine and I feel the most of them. That's two things. Two things that people can envy about me. Yeah. I will not order dessert and I'll start really starting to sit up to get rid of Herman. If I work hard for a month, I still have August to go around in crop tops and make people realise I'm perfectly okay, I'm successful and in control of my life because I have abs. Isn't it? Yep. Yeah. So, so, but one thing though is when Dee's not having the best pregnancy ever. Here you go. And like she actually drinks during her pregnancy. She has a couple of drinks. People judge her, which is true. Everyone judges each other. Okay. Hey, you know, here you go. I'm only gonna have a trickle. You're allowed a trickle for fuck's sake. Sorry for swearing, but it's in the book. I'm not sure who she's saying it to. Of course, I jump in. Tom just shrugs. I'd be surprised if he knew for one thing about being pregnant. Why would he even know about everything about being pregnant? Eh? He's never ever had a child in his life, and now you're judging Tom for anything about pregnancy. Nigel asked, showing a mouth made mainly from fillings. Judgmental Tory. Of course you can, gorgeous. Nothing it says you can't. And so nobody says you aren't. Yes, they do. Dee shoots back. You have no idea what it's like. I had a trickle last week and someone actually came over to tell me I was a bad mother. I got strangers tell me what I can eat and I can't eat. People are asking me about my sleep patterns and what vitamins I'm taking. I'm not even allowed to carry a shopping bag about some do-gooder melon twat snatched it off me and telling me it's bad to carry it. Yeah. Dee emerges from his armpit blushing, intoxicated by the compliment. It's true though, she protests. Tori, you've got no idea how awful it is. Because you're not telling me, I think. Because this is the first time you've told me any of this. And so basically, yeah, this is a story about arseholes. Basically, Dee is a bit of an arsehole. Nigel wasn't an arsehole, actually. Nigel's pretty cool. Um, Tom, her boyfriend's an arsehole. Tori's an arsehole. Everyone's an arsehole. Everyone's an arsehole. Okay? Here you go. This is a further down, okay, is when they organise a baby shower for Dee, the pregnant Dee, the pregnant goddess. There you go. There you go. There you go. Right. Right. No way I muttered to my... Sorry, if you type the word baby shower ideas into a crafting website search bar, the appropriate word for what happens next is a cluster fucking fuck. No way I muttered to myself as I scroll through the death of feminism. It's satire, surely. I never found the words basic and bitch so hugely necessary to be used together. Who the hell comes up with this stuff? And don't get me started on the thumbprint thing. When did live thumbprint printing become a link with accepted life goal celebrations? I mean, who cares if the government snoop upon us and we're willing to give up our individual thumbprints whenever we go to an event in our 30s? Only a matter of time before a sentimental thumbprint art is released by the government for our own safety. There'll be news about a serial killer who was tracked down because someone covered up every single trace. They had to shove their thumb into some pink ink at Jenny and Ben's wedding to add to a love air balloon. Okay? Right, let's put that. Do you want any of this stuff? I order in 10 takeaway pizzas. I buy 3 bottles of gin. I even order a giant Colin the Caterpillar cake from the catering section of M&S. When it arrives, I'm so excited I take 50 selfies with it. I decided to make one a baby showery decoration to stop the other ones bitching about me afterwards. The supposed thing I can find is bunting made out of baby grows. There you go. I reckon if I hang her over the sofa, then Amy won't be able to make bitchy comments about how I obviously wasn't the right person to host this. Once again, mothers are bitches. In this scenario, mothers are bitches. If you get pregnant, yeah, everyone's a bitch to each other. Okay? And, yes. Yeah. But the thing is, at this baby shower, she orders gin, even though virtually everyone there who you invite to a baby shower is a mother, who then brings their kids. It's a bit, yeah. Maybe she wasn't the right person to actually host the baby shower, but you'd think a bit more thought into this. But Tori is so self-centered, doesn't you think about that? I mean, if I was to arrange a baby shower and there's kids there, I would have arranged some drinks, soft drinks, um, soft drinks, hard drinks, a bit of a mixture going. You could have whatever you wanted. A little mini bar for the kids, some games for the kids who come. And I even have kids and I think of that. And yeah, I would order a K pinata because they are so much fun. A pinata at a baby shower is a lot of fun. So, but anyway. But yeah, this is the thing at a baby shower, okay? I keep trying to make eye contact with Dee, but she is inundated with advice and attention and adoration. Her massive bump is the altar, and women throw themselves on it. They hold it and rub it and tell her what a good size it is. They drink tea and offer her advice on everything, from how to sleep with the bump, telling her she will not sleep again for 6 years, and how to lose the baby weight. Women are so worried about her baby weight, they're all eating a lot of colling and pizza. But I was worried all over, ordered, but almost everything's gone. Mouths are easily divided into two categories weight-wise. The ones who have taken it too far and gone too skinny again too quickly, and the ones who have gained a bit of weight and that's considered healthy. Either win. There you go. Yeah, yeah. So, but the thing is, but of course, the moment that Dee gives birth to baby Janice, she does become full on arsehole. There you go. This is page 338 after Janice is born. Maybe I don't have the urge to have kids because I'm so fulfilled by my job. You know, like, I'm so lucky that I have a career where I'm essentially leaving a part of myself behind on the world. I make a difference. I feel like I have a purpose already. So maybe that's what's scratching that itch, you know. So maybe I don't need to have children. I tell off because Dia's pulled a face, a very involuntary face. Took up from my baby and is pulling the face. Oh, Tor, she said, adjusting her arms so the baby's head is more comfortable. What is it? It's made me so sad to hear you say that, that's all. I'm sure right now you think right now your career is as fulfilling as having a baby, she starts to say. But honestly, Tor, they're incomparable. You won't understand until you have one yourself, but it's so much bigger than anything else. A career just can't compete. I'm sorry, hon, but it just can't. I'm not saying this to upset you. I'm saying it because, well, I'm worried about you and Tom. I don't want him to talk you out of anything. I think you know your books aren't the same as a baby. See what I mean by arseholes, okay? Hypocrites and arseholes are abundance in this book, okay? Hypocrite. Tori's an arsehole, okay, for judging everyone and up to what expectations, okay? Um, Everyone, if you have a baby, if you get married, if you don't make what Tori's idea, okay, of feminism is, you're bad at it, okay? You can be, actually, I'm not a feminist, I'm an equalitist, okay? But you can be whatever you want, okay, and have a career, okay? You can, you know, you can have a family, you can have, hey, if we can be whatever we want, then why do we judge each other? And why is the protagonist judging us for our life choices? Now, one thing this kind of also reminded me of, okay, is, I'm going to put a link down there, okay, is this all started, Toy's self-help guru has began in Sedona, okay, which is in Arizona. I looked that up because I'm absolutely rubbish at geography. Sedona, which is an Arizonian desert town near Flagstaff. Here you go, where she was in a year and meditating. Okay, is a woman so privileged that she's in America in a year with his health step gurus getting over her mental illness, but doesn't really. It comes about mental illness quite early, and she suffered from mental illness, but doesn't really kind of carry on from that. Is there you go. Is white feminism. Here you go. I'm gonna read this bit here. It's on Wiki, which I said every year's Wiki is a source, but I am. White feminism is the epitaph used to describe feminist theories that focus on the struggles of white women while addressing distinct forms of oppression faced by either ethnic minority women or women lacking other privileges. Okay? Now, throughout her entire thing, Tori talks about what a feminist she is, but doesn't do anything about it. I mean, I'm not a feminist, but hey, I'm a blood donor. As long as I focus on herself, she doesn't really think about other people who are less privileged than her. She talks about, okay, her self-help book, okay, and about oppression and feminism, but let's fuck her with it, okay? So I liked this book actually because the fact that everyone's an arsehole, it's actually quite refreshing, okay? But I really, really didn't like the protagonist. But I like the fact that for a first young adult novel from an author, it actually was a pretty, pretty good book. So, and I'm sign off here, and this is the last book of the 6 Month City books, and take care everyone. Bye now.